You know when who had their first really rock opera, short rock opera, a quick one while he's away. It gave options to different rock creators and rock songwriters, a different venue to express themselves. Now today in Behind the Tracks, we're going to be talking about probably the most underrated rock opera song of all time, even though people don't refer to it as often as rock opera. I think it is because it tells a story from start to finish that everyone either can relate to or can heed, as we say. It's the album track version of Hotel California from the album Hotel California. Now, of course, made famous by the Eagles, it was released as a second single of their album of the same name on February 22nd, 77. Don't know why the Asylum decided New Kid in Town should be the first release, but here you have it. Song was written by Don Felder, who did the music, Don Henley and Glenn Fly, who did the lyrics, featuring Henley on lead vocals and concluding with a 152-second long electric guitar solo performed by Felder and Joe Walsh, in which they take turns playing the lead before harmonizing and playing together towards the fade out. The song is one of the best known recordings by the band and one of the best known recordings in American rock history. And in 1998, his long guitar coda was one of the best guitar solo of all time by readers of the prestigious Guitarist magazine. The song was awarded the Grammy Award for Record of the Year in 78, even though it came out in February 77. The meaning of the lyrics of the song has been discussed by fans and critics ever since its release. The Eagles themselves described the song as their interpretation of the high life in L.A. In the 2013 documentary History of the Eagles, Henley said the song was about a journey from innocence to experience. That's all. Now, since its release, Hotel California is widely regarded as one of the greatest rock songs of all time, and it was covered by many artists. Julia Phillips proposed adapting the song into a film, but the members of the Eagles disliked the idea and it never came to fruition. Of course, Julia, the coke-addled producer of Close Encounters. Commercially, Hotel California reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 and reached the top 10 of several international charts. The Eagles have performed the song well over 1,000 times live and is the third most performed of their songs after Desperado and Take It Easy. Now, Bill Psychomich produced it on Asylum. Again, 634 album version, 609 single version. Now, a demo of the instrumental was developed by Don Felder in a Renton house at Malibu Beach. He recorded the basic tracks with a rhythm bass drum machine and added a 12-string guitar on a 4-track recording deck, his spare bathroom, then mixed in the bass line and gave Henley and Fry each a copy of the recording. Felder met the Eagles through his high school bandmate Bernie Leadon, said that Leadon advised him to make tapes of songs he wrote for the band so that other band members like Henley, whose fortes in writing lyrics, might work with him in finishing the songs they liked. The demos he made were always instrumental, and on every album project he would submit 15 or 16 ideas. The demo he made for Hotel California showed influences by Latin and reggae music, and it grabbed the attention of Henley, who said he liked the song that sounds like a Mexican reggae or bolero, which gave the song its first working title, Mexican Reggae. Record World said that as a mild reggae flavor pervades the tune. Now, Fry and Henley were both interested in the tune after hearing the demo, and Felder said in 2008, Henley and Glenn wrote most of the words. All of us kind of drove into LA at night. Nobody's from California. If you drive into LA at night, you can see the glow of the horizon of lights and the images that start running through your head of Hollywood and all the dreams that you have. And so it was kind of about that when we started writing the song about. Now, Henley decided on the theme of Hotel California, noting how the Beverly Hills Hotel had become a literal and symbolic focal point of their lives at that time. Henley said their personnel and professional experience in LA were getting an extensive education in life and love and business. Beverly Hills was still a mythical place to us. In that sense, it became something of a symbol, and the hotel, the focus of that LA, had come to mean for us. In a sentence, I'd sum it up at the end of The Innocents, round one. And of course, Don Henley, End of the Innocents, part two. Fry came up with a cinematic scenario of a person who, tired from driving a long distance in the desert, saw a place for a rest and pulled in for the night, but entered a weird world peopled by freaky characters. Now, Fry said he and Henley wanted the song to open like an episode of The Twilight Zone. Now, if you really listen to the lyrics, there's a lot of shit going on here. It's very twisted. It has kind of influence of not only Christian motifs but satanic motif. Now, Henley decided that the song itself should be a single, although Felder had doubts and the record company was reluctant to release it because, at over 6 minutes, his duration far exceeded that of songs generally played by radio stations. But Stairway to Heaven and A Quick One and the Tommy soundtrack showed that the song can turn to singles. The band took a stand and refused the label's request to shorten the song. Released it as the second single from the album. Now, the front cover art for the some overseas editions of the 45 p.m. single release was a reworked version of the Hotel California LP cover art, which used a photograph from the Beverly Hills Hotel by David Alexander with design and art directed by Kosh. Now, it went to number one after entering the charts on February 26 in May 77. It was the band's fourth song to reach number one. It peaked at number 10 on the Eastern Listening Chart in April 77. I don't know how you make this very easy listing. Now, Billboard ranked it as a number 19 on the 77 pop singles year-end charts. Now, the structure of the song, again, it's a very, very intense. But when the cover version started coming out later on, and one of the most interesting is the version by the Gypsy Kings, which plays a thematic role in it's a flamenco version sung in Spanish, and it was used as a theme for John Turturro's character to Jesus in the Coen brothers film The Big Lebowski. Now, the Killers also did a version, so did Christina Aguilera. Now, the personnel of the song: Don Felder, Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Joe Walsh, and Randy Meisner. Now, according to stats released in 2021, Hotel California has been performed at least 2,204 times by 167 different artists at the end of 2021. This includes 1,057 performances of songs by the Eagles, 202 by Don Felder solo, and 187 by Don Henley's solo. Now, weekly charts, bear with me, it's a lot. 13 in Austria, 24th in Belgium, number 1 in Canada, number 2 Canada Adult Contemporary, number 2 in France, number 6 in Germany, number 15 in Japan, number 8 and 6 in Netherlands and the Dutch in Singles Top 100, 5 in New Zealand, 5 in Norway, Spain number 3, Switzerland number 2, UK number 8, Billboard number 1, and Adult Contemporary number 10. Now, year-end charts for 77, Canada was number 8, Germany number 20, Japan number 41, Netherlands 57-52, New Zealand 30, Billboard 19. Now, the re-release, it positioned itself in France in 2012, 198. U.S. Hot Rock Songs, Billboard 59 in 2016. Global 200 by Billboard, 126 in 2021. And Global 200 Billboard 2022, 132nd. Again, Hot Rock and Alternative Songs, top 6 in 2016. And Global chart, 2,200 in 2020, 2022, 132. So, 2 times platinum in Denmark, silver in France, 2 times platinum in Italy, 350,000 sold platinum in Japan, New Zealand 9 times platinum, Spain 2 times platinum, UK 4 times platinum, United States gold, United States platinum. So the physical single and digital download 3 million copies, United States 1 million physical single. I think it's more than that. I think that's underrated numbers because they couldn't keep it on the shelves. So like the cultural aspect, back in the day, it's a song to get stoned to or get depressed to, but it's a really, again, an interesting look of that 1970s culture that, you might as well say Life in the Fast Lane and Hotel California are sisters from the same mother. Hotel California, there's a lot of shit going on there. And, is it a Twilight Zone episode in a song or just that the fact is that the freaky lyrics? Like I said, there's Christian and satanic elements. Tell me what you think of the song. I have my own theory here. Basically, the person is entering a doorway to hell, in my personal opinion. Could it be personal or private? We don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, Hotel California, I consider this a top 20 song ever in any genre, and that's no joke. It's that good. First time I heard this, I said to myself, the Eagles have taken a turn. They've turned from a really folk country band, pop band, to really heavy shit. That's all I can say. So that's the story of Hotel California. I see it. If you like what we're doing with Behind the Tracks, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Tell me what you think of the single and my take on it. And if you love the song, let me know. If you don't like it, tell me why and explain your work. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, big night tonight in Canada. Montreal Canadiens beat Chicago in the playoffs. So in tribute to our Hotel California, because a lot of Montreal Canadiens fans used to party the Eagles back in the 70s, keep your stick on the ice. Have a good one.